Good morning, students. It's a weekend time for all of us. Yes? Enjoying Saturday? Let's enjoy Saturday with Learn to Lead lesson. Today we will do what? Lesson number 10. Lesson number 10. As the name says, it's a step-by-step problem solving. You know what is something good about this lesson? We are going to read about Aryabhat. Aryabhat, who was the first mathematician of India. Yes, he brought very beautiful inventions which our scientists are trying to find these days. It was done 1500 years before by Aryabhat. Okay, now a quotation. We always start with a quotation, so here is the quotation for you. There is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. Elevator, did you remember? We did in one of the Learn to Lead. Yes, elevator, now we know. So, what does this mean? This means if you really want to be a successful person, there is no elevator for it. We have to go step by step. Why it is important? If you're going step by step, you are learning at each stage. Yes. And whenever you make a mistake, you learn from it and gradually you improve yourself. Right? So, what is the lesson saying about Aryabhat? Let's do it. Aryabhat was born, you know when? 476 CE. He was an accomplished astronomer and mathematician of that time. Yes. So, accomplished means he knew a lot and he was an expertise person. Yes, he knew a lot. Somebody who has in-depth knowledge, right, about astronomy and mathematics. Also, he was an extraordinary teacher and scholar. Scholar is the person, again, who knows a lot about any particular subject. Right? Okay. Now, the astronomical calculations and deductions. Deductions means something when you are subtracting. You're making a little less. So every time he used to do calculation, he used to deduct something, he used to subtract something. Made by Aryabhat are extraordinary, considering that he did not have any modern instruments. Remember, children, he used to make inventions despite of the fact that he did not have any instrument, the modern instrument he did not have at that time. And access to advanced technology. Of course, the technology was not also that advanced, but still he was able to make such beautiful inventions. His work shows that he broke down complex problems into simpler ones and then solved them. So what was the reason of his success? Why? Because he used to solve that big problem. He used to just chalk it down into smaller pieces. And then step by step he used to simplify the things. And then he used to get success every time. He was a person who gave this world the concept of zero. Yes. Because he not only faced the challenges in his works while he was working, but also the social pressures were there. People used to just ask him what the zero is about. So it was a difficult and tough task for him. Difficult or tough task, anything you can say, okay? For him to explain the concept of zero, but he did it so beautifully. Yes, at that time, he brought trigonometric, you can say, rules, right? So now he brought two very famous works of Aryabhat are Aryabhatiya and Arya Siddhanta. Aryabhatiya talks about the total mathematics, arithmetic, algebra, plane and spherical trigonometry. Whereas Arya Siddhanta, it talks all about astronomical computations, you can say, all the calculations related to astronomy. Okay? Aryabhat challenged many superstitious beliefs with the help of scientific reasoning. He not only gave the inventions, he also challenged some superstitions. Superstitions are blind faith. Like people used to feel, why this eclipse is there? Is it because of, they used to just think it is because of Rahu or Ketu. No. He told that eclipse is because of the rotational process. He was the one who told that in a year there are 365 days. So because of the concept that he got, that some rotation is happening in the universe, because of this eclipse is there. So that time he gave the concept of even lunar eclipse and solar eclipse. So his works are very beautiful and he explained them also very nicely. Now what is written over here? Find out more about Aryabhat. There is a diagram which is being given and we have to fill the blanks. What is the first thing which is being asked? State one discovery by Aryabhat. One of the discovery which we can mention over here is solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. So he discovered the concept of solar and lunar eclipse. Now what was the real world problem? Is it connected to? People used to feel that solar and lunar eclipse are prevailing because of Rahu and Ketu. So what actually happened? The real concept was getting deviated. There was a wrong concept. It was not happening because of Rahu and Ketu. So people started having the wrong beliefs and the concept was totally wrong. What we can say? We all know now what is lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse occurs when Earth comes between Sun and Moon. And solar eclipse, when does it occur? When Moon comes between Earth and Sun. So this concept was given by Aryabhat. Now the last thing which is being said, if you were Aryabhat, how would you have used technology to solve this problem? Yes, now we have to tell how we would have done this. So we can say we would have discussed at length about the size and the extent of the earth shadow, and then you would have done the computation, or you can say we have computed the figures, facts and figures, and the size of the eclipsed part of the earth. So we can say we would have done a lot of calculations, we would have gone for facts and figures, yes, and we would have just analyzed about the size and the extent of the earth's shadows. Had we been Aryabhat, we would have done all these things to know about solar and lunar eclipse. Now on this page, there is a number grid given to you. It's sort of a puzzle. Don't look it for the solution. Solution is here, but don't look for it. Try to solve out this puzzle. Now what is, you can say the hint for it, that the column wise and row wise, the number will not be repeated, right? So 4 will not come in this, 4 will not come in this, right? Similarly, 1 will not come in this and not in this. 3 will not come in this and not in this. It will not be repeated. 2 will not be repeated in this and not in this. I gave you the hint. Try to solve. If there is an issue, there is a solution also for you. Now moving to page number 49, what you have to do, you have to think about a problem. Okay, any one problem which you would have faced. Now there are 3 boxes given to you. Now first box says what is the problem, you have to write the problem there. In the second box you have to write why, so the reason of the problem and how you thought about it, what could be the possible ways to solve it. And finally in the third box, what you have to write, what was the solution which you implemented. Right children? So I believe it was a beautiful activity which you did, right, which you are going to do rather. So after this activity you will find out, if you just think like this for any problem, step by step, you will be able to solve them very nicely. Yes? Alright children. So let's meet again in another LS class. Till then, take care. Thank you.